There used to be a young man on a beach. He lived happily with his parents, grandmother, and sister. He had a brilliant talent. In particular, he was very good at fishing, swimming, and merchants. The prophet said that he would be the happiest in the future. A fortune teller said that he will be able to do business in the wide world, being protected by some mysterious power that will be sent from space in the future. The young man's name is Urashima. Urashima was out in town selling fish. An old man said he wanted to buy fish from Urashima. Urashima had 100 kinds of fish then. Urashima could guess which kind of fish the old man wanted. The rich old man was surprised, and he bought all the fish that Urashima had, and paid 100-fold money to this young businessman. While he was fishing, he lost his most cherished fishing rod. He went away so far and far and got swept out to the deep sea. The messenger of the sea god appeared with 2 fishing rods. One is his shabby old rod, and the other is so gorgeous with a golden yarn decorated with blue diamond, ruby drops, and jade. The messenger asked Urashima, "Which one is yours?" Urashima replied, "The shabby one is mine, but I would like to have both of them." The messenger asked him why. Urashima replied, "With that gorgeous rod, I could buy the sick people medicines and the hungry ones some food." The messenger smiled and said, "Your wishes will come true." One day, Urashima swam to the beach with his friend Turtle. They came very far. There, they were in great trouble. While Urashima went to buy lunch, Turtle was caught and bullied by local children. Urashima rescued the turtle and took care of his wound. He wiped down the algae that was right next to him and put it on the turtle wound. And the scar on the turtle has improved. The turtle was grateful, and he promised to invite Urashima to the Rugu Palace. On a warm spring afternoon, Urashima and Turtle headed to the Rugu Palace. The Great Sea was as beautiful as a wide, deep and grand picture. Deep in the blue sea, Urashima saw a wonderful seaweed shaking. The turtle told Urashima that they would arrive soon in Ryugu Dragon's signpost. Turtle said the Ryugu Dragon looks scary, but in fact, he is kind, and he wants to see Urashima. The fate of the waves of Urashima began. Urashima was still asleep during the long journey to go to Ryugu Place. In his dream, he was in the field where he used to play with his sister and animals. Urashima arrived at Ryugu Dragon's signpost, and the dragon greeted him.
浦島さんよく来たな。私はお前をずっと待っていた。もう何千年もお前がここに来るのを待っていた。
Ryugu Dragon told Urashima that he would have great days with the exquisite cuisine and elegant dance of beautiful fish in the Ryugu Palace, and Dragon recommended them to stay at the Golden Bird Hotel, because it would be a very long way. They were at the bottom of the solely deep blue sea. There were no sunlight, but around the Ryugu Dragon it was glittering and divine. Ryugu Dragon dived into the deep sea with a big splash, and gave Urashima the spiritual seaweed and its prescription. Ryugu Dragon told Urashima his present would support him in his future. It was 3,333 miles to the Ryugu Palace.
Urashima arrived at the Golden Bird Hotel and the owner welcomed him. He could sleep on the comfortable bed and had a sunny side up with some toast and coffee. Next morning, he saw some kelp washed up on the roof of that hotel and picked them up for the gift for Ryugu Palace. The auntie there gave him some delicious rice that was composted with some seaweed. It was 912 miles from the Ryugu Palace.
They were at the Mickey signpost, and it was 525 miles to Ryugu Palace. Oh, it looks so cute! Urashima shouted, for joy. Turtle explained that's the most popular and busiest mouse in Tokyo Resort, and it is called Mickey. Urashima asked who did it, and Turtle replied that was done by a girl named Kaori, and she used to be Urashima's sister in their previous life. Urashima then remembered that he was playing with her in the field, and he was there during dreaming on Turtle's back. Urashima said, I want to see her. And Turtle replied that Urashima would be able to meet his sister in Ryugu Palace, and it is the very gift from God. There were some dazzling leather rays, and they looked so cool. They were at Japanese anime signpost, and it was 129 miles to Ryugu Palace. Turtle said those anime pictures were drawn by you when you used to be in your previous life, and it was your 5 years birthday. Urashima said, sure. Now I remember. It was fun to draw them. Turtle said, you are a good artist too. We are near Ryugu Palace. Urashima was about to arrive at Hermit signpost. Urashima saw Hermit praying for the travelers who could not reach the Ryugu Palace. Turtle explained so many travelers failed in passing God test, and they had to return. But Turtle told him he could pass it by virtue of his ancestors. Hermit signpost was the most important shut for the Ryugu travelers, and it was 108 miles to the goal. Turtle said that he could reach the Ryugu Palace with another breath. Turtle ran at full speed. At last, they reached the gate of the Ryugu Palace. After they went through the gate of Ryugu Palace, they walked to the entrance. Slowly sunlight was pouring on them. In the Ryugu forest to the entrance they forgot everything of their secular world. It was a Ryugu midsummer day. Near the entrance they heard the music that brought them back happy memories. The Ryugu entrance Princess Oto was welcoming Urashima, and showed him an elegant welcome waltz with red snappers and blue flounders. It was so solely that he felt it was in the dreaming world. Princess Odo was followed by a lot of pretty fish, and served Urashima the exquisite Ryugu sweets. The hospitality at Ryugu Palace was the best. They've never tasted such delicious food. The first-class food was delivered from the sea, rivers, fields, mountains, valleys, and fields every day. The chefs were super 8 too. The best food was served one after another, and they were never exhausted. Urashima and Turtle became more healthy thanks to those dishes. Every day in Ryugu Palace was like heaven for them. Urashima was comfortable with forgetting about the date and time. The plates and bowls were of rare value. Turtle told Urashima all these gifts were from God because he went a long way towards happiness of others. Ryugu alcohol contains the highest antioxidant effect too, and the Ryugu skipjack tuna aratani is also the richest in DHA and EPA that work for anti-blood vessel aging. Princess Odo told Urashima that we should not waste any food, and that we could have such exquisite food every day, because we had cherished what God had given us. Urashima was becoming increasingly worried about his family, so one early summer morning he told her that he would like to come back to his home in the elegant room behind Princess Odo. The plum trees suddenly appeared and she told Urashima he should bring these plums to his home, and served him a glass of plum juice that was so tasty with aromatic flavor. Princess Odo also told him that she would give him other wonderful present that is unique. The acid ingredients of plums like citric and malic organic work for the activation of glucide metabolism. So to speak, plums work for not only the prevention of aging and recovery from fatigue, but also backache and stiff neck. Princess Odo insisted in the future world, plums would be essential for fitness, because every kind of pollution or erosion would be going on.
竜宮城に来てくれて本当にありがとう。これはお土産の玉手箱です。これをいつも持っていてください。これがあれば決して困ることはありません。でもこの蓋は開けてはいけません。それでは気をつけてお帰りくださいね。
Princess Odo also gave Urashima the coral plums that grew in the nearby sea at the Ryugu Palace.